Well, bullying is a problem that affects millions of students, and some parents may not know how bad the problem really is.
Yeah, according to Stomp Out Bullying, 1 of every 4 teenagers is bullied. Nearly 5.5 million students have stayed home from school because they are afraid of being bullied. And more than half didn't tell their parents or an adult about being cyberbullied. So how can parents tell if their child is suffering in silence or if their child is the one doing the bullying?
Yeah, developmental psychologist Dr. Aliza Pressman is the host of the Raising Good Humans podcast and the author of the upcoming book, The 5 Principles of Parenting. She joins us now to help parents understand the impact of bullying. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
The numbers are just so stark. You heard Ernie just recite some of those statistics. So many kids are dealing with this. How does bullying impact a student's behavior and mental health?
So student behavior can change when all of a sudden you see a drop in grades and it's inexplicable and the teachers are not quite sure what's going on because they had previously really understood the material. You sometimes see kids retreating to their room, avoiding activities they used to like, avoiding people they used to want to hang out with. There are different ways of expressing sadness and fear. Sometimes it's just physical, like complaints of physical ailments or concerns about being sick, wanting to stay home from school. There are a number of situations where you can find out what's going on without actually being told by your child.
Okay, so doctor, if a parent knows that their child is actually being bullied, how should they handle that situation?
So kids need help dealing with bullying. It's not one of those things that you kind of tough out on your own. So letting your child know you believe them, that you're there for them, and that you want to listen. Try not to have a big reaction, because if you can stay a little bit more neutral, even though of course our impulse is to be like, oh my God, I'm going to go right to, their parents or to them, or I'm going to mess with them myself. But if you can stay neutral, you keep the possibility open for your child to feel like, my parent can handle hearing hard things. I don't have to hide it from them. And then you can ask them permission. Can I talk to your teacher? Let's figure out a way to support you through this. You do not and are not expected to do this alone.
Yeah, what's really disturbing is that it seems like this is starting younger and younger. So what about some of the warning signs that your child is being bullied? Or that your child is the bully, I should say?
Well, so that's a really hard one, because it's hard for us to believe as parents, because we love our kids, we think they're amazing, and some of us have trouble thinking like that it's even possible. So one thing to pay attention to is if your child has self-regulation challenges, if they have impulse control challenges, and they tend to do things without thinking, then that's something to pay close attention to. If they're having interpersonal struggles, lots of fights with friends, if it feels like they're very powerful and popular, make sure that it's the kind of popular that's well-liked and not just the kind of popular that's about power dynamics. And of course, if they're missing perspective-taking skills and they're always blaming, you just want to check in with them. Most importantly, if your child is the bully, make sure that they're not getting bullied themselves. That can happen. If you're getting bullied at home or in other settings or from another power player at school, sometimes one way to deal with that is to retaliate against someone who's less powerful than you are.
All right. Well, Dr. Pressman, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And for more parenting tips or to pre-order your copy of the 5 Principles of Parenting, you can visit her website or follow her on social media. The information is right there on your screen.